All right. I am working on my 2012 Sprint st1050. It is very similar to the Speed Triple and some of the Triumph Daytona bikes. 3-cylinder, mine is fuel injected, but some are carbureted. The older ones are carbureted. So I had a problem with my starting system. It would crank kind of slowly, and then it would almost sound like the engine was backfiring. So it would not be an even crank. It'd be sort of like gunk, gunk, like almost like a backfire. The engine trying to spin backwards, probably against a compression stroke. So I think it's the Sprag Clutch. I've taken my old Sprag Clutch out and ordered replacement. Triumph won $231 for the Sprag Clutch. I ordered a Chinese Suzuki Hayabusa Sprag Clutch, also called a one-way starter clutch or one-way clutch or a one-way bearing. So here's sort of what all of these teeth look like that go inside of here. A lot of times I have heard that you can just replace the spring that holds all those teeth in place. You can see that the spring is in pretty bad shape. This is actually the new one off of the Chinese Sprag Clutch, and I decided not to use it. I say I decided not to use it because this is the Chinese clutch, and I decided to use only the teeth because there's no way to get this in place using the Chinese clutch. I took all the teeth and rebuilt my Triumph Sprag Clutch. It's actually made by Caltrick, I believe. Also, just in case you were wondering, if you didn't mark it, this side, this is the way that it looks when it is all put together. So in other words, the C-clip points into this thing. So the C-clip part goes in, this smooth part goes out, and with the Chinese one, there was no way for me to get this back on there. But now I should be able to just pop that back in place, and hopefully everything will work. Also, in case you forgot to look closely enough before you disassembled and took all the teeth out, when the C-clip faces up, this little tooth, the lines point to that side. So you see the way that this looks? C-clip facing up, the line faces to, I would say, to the right, on my right side looking at it. And so all of the teeth have to go in that way, and then you have to put the spring back. I attempted to replace the spring with a spring like this out of my fork seal, motorcycle fork seal, but the spring is too thick, so I ended up using the original spring that came with the Triumph Sprag Clutch. Was actually in better shape than that spring, and that spring is brand new. So that tells you something about the quality of the Chinese parts. If I heard that if you order an OEM Suzuki Hayabusa Sprag Clutch, then it will be a direct replacement. But don't know if that's true. It could be that the Chinese copy is not 100%, and if you ordered a Caltrick clutch, it would work a little bit better. But if you do what I did, you have to replace all the teeth and put it all back together, put this little thing back on, and stick that piece into there, put that back on the bike, assemble everything, and you should be good to go. I hope this helps. I could not find a video on this. Everybody just buys the Triumph clutch and replaces it. And I didn't want to spend $230 on the Triumph clutch, so I ordered a Chinese one for $22 US. And I bet you if you went to a Suzuki dealership, it'd cost you more, but not anything close to what the Triumph clutch will put you out. Thank you. Like and subscribe. Maybe I'll have 1 million followers one day.